What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? In the building, in the building. What's going on to all the beautiful infinite creators out there? I'm just here hoping everybody's having a good Saturday. My stuff don't look right, but that's all right. I'm not going to get into all that today. Hopefully, everybody is having a good Saturday. Hopefully, everybody's taking care of their business, getting it done, getting after it, getting after it, doing the thing. Just doing the thing, doing the thing. Thanks for rocking with me. If it's the first time on the channel, first things first, first things first, I salute the divinity in you. I respect the divinity in you. Even if you don't know it, even if you don't know your divinity, even if you don't know you know who you are, I don't care. I respect it. I respect it. I respect what it is that you do. I respect, how it's going. But anybody knows me or anybody who checked me out, know I like watching Prime, Amazon Prime. I think Amazon Prime is, for content, I think it's probably the best streaming service out there. I mean, I like Netflix, I like Peacock, I like Xfinity, I like all the streaming apps, Hulu. I check out all those things. But the reason I like Prime is the content that it puts out. It puts out a lot of great content. So for the past week, I was checking out a series that I really feel like everybody should check out. And it's a British series. I believe it's a British series. And it's on Amazon Prime. And it's called Humans. Humans. That's why I titled this stream Humans. And what this series is about, what this episode is about, what's up? What's up? I got something for you too, but I don't know how to get it to you. So contact me some other time. But yeah, shoot me email. What's up? I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm just talking about the content that's on Prime. Prime Audio is hands down the best. Prime Video, I mean, is the best content that you're probably gonna get. It's got like As a Man Thinking, and Beyond the Secret, a lot of good content that's out there. But if anybody knows, that's why Fizan's always telling me that, Chris, Amazon Prime need to be like showing you some love because you're always talking about Amazon Prime. Yeah, the reason I'm talking about Amazon Prime Video is because there was a series that I watched that is very, very, very good. It's called Humans. Humans. And just to give you a little synopsis of the show, Humans, basically is dealing with AI, artificial intelligence. And I see a lot of movies and a lot of shows right now that's dealing with artificial intelligence. I mean, it's already here. There's no need to worry about it. We all have the phones. We've all got the computers. We know the cookies are on the computer. We know they know what we're watching. We know they know our shopping habits and what we like and what we don't like. So they're targeted. You're being targeted, whether you think so or not. You're being targeted. But I talk about Humans because I feel like it's a series that anybody who wants to get a little concept, a little understanding of what's going on would really, really, really benefit by checking out the show. Now, it's only one season. It's not like 2 seasons. It's 1 season, but it's good. It shows you how humans lose, I'm going to say, the affection or the touch or the feelings for each other, and how we can't communicate with each other, whether it's men and women, families, whatever, how we lose our connection. You know, we may feel like we've gotten closer because we have the internet, but in our reality, we don't sit down, we don't talk, we don't get to know each other. So the smaller the world is, the farther apart that we become. I'm going to say that again. The smaller our world is, meaning more that we're being brought together through the internet and the medium of different mediums, we become farther apart. So what happens is, dealing with whether it's the robots. I mean, I've got an iRobot. I've got a vacuum that vacuums the house. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. It's nice. It's nice. But there's going to be a price to pay, because when there's a disconnect and we don't communicate with each other and we start picking up the wrong signals, I mean, just ask me what I think and I'll tell you what I think. I don't ever want to be able to go to my kids and not tell them I love them, and being able to go to artificial intelligence or go to my phone or something and tell my phone how I feel, opposed to telling my kids how I feel and my family how I feel. So for me, this movie is like key. It's not a movie. I'm sorry. This episode, one season. You don't even have to watch the whole season. Watch 1 or 2 episodes, but I guarantee you will get it, because, like I said, the closer technology brings us, or the parents. I'm going to say the parents of it, because that's all it is an appearance. If you become awkward because you don't know how to talk to people anymore, you don't say good morning, you don't say hi, how you doing, you don't smile, and it's crazy, you know. And like I said, I'm not going to tell people not to wear their face mask or not to wear their face mask. It's your choice. I get it. When you're out, you know, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. But come on, I love my smile. I love to smile at people. I love to talk to people, you know. But when those things are being taken away systematically, then it drives a wedge between humanity. There's a wedge that's being driven into humanity under the disguise of, I don't have to tell you guys, where you've been at the last year. Where you've been at, what's been dividing and separating people over the last year. We all know what's been dividing and separating people. You know, there's people, I saw some neighbors who I used to have at the grocery store last week. They're older, they're elderly, they're in their 70s. And I saw them and I was so excited to see them. And they looked at me with hesitancy. And it was fine. I was like, I get it. But I went to them and I hugged them anyways. I'm not afraid of a virus. We've been living with risk our entire lives. I don't know how long you've been on this planet, but if you've been here 20, 30, 40 plus years, you've been dealing with risk. You run risk every day. So I'm telling you, there's no need to be afraid, but realize what's happening. Divide and conquer. I don't care if it's religion and politics. Those are the things that separate us. In order for us to grow, we have to wake up mentally. We have to wake up spiritually. We have to grow. We have to see the bigger picture. But this season, this show, I think it's great. Check it out if you get any time, people. I'm telling you, if you get any time, check it out. It's worth it, because I think you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You can't change human touch, human emotions for artificial touch and artificial emotions. You can't confuse it. Make no mistake about it. But then there's people who are doing it because we're afraid to talk to each other. We don't trust each other. We don't love each other. How is humanity supposed to move forward? How are we supposed to move forward? I mean, I like my smartphone, don't get me wrong. I love my computer, don't get me wrong. But I love people more. Don't make me choose. Some people don't want to deal with they may feel like it's aggravation talking to other people. But in order to get a task completed, in order to accomplish goals, we need each other. In order to grow, we need each other. Because I'm going to learn from you, you'll learn from me, and we'll continue to grow. I just wanted to talk about humans. I think it's worth it. Because one day, we are going to make a decision. I also was talking about how a lot's being exposed right now. They're trying to pay people to go to work here in the States. I went to one state, I think it was New Hampshire last week, where the governor is offering $500 for people to work part-time. That's a bonus. Then another $1,000 for people to go to work full-time, in order to get people off of unemployment benefits. They're paying people. They want to pay people to go back to work. I like this incentive. I like the motivation. I love it. I don't have a problem with it. But what happens when you don't get enough people to go back to work? What happens? This is when you introduce the artificial intelligence and say, okay, you guys aren't ready, so this is what we're gonna do here. Because there has to be a plan. There has to be a plan. Either you lead yourself or you will be led. Either you think for yourself and you do your own thinking, or somebody else will do your thinking for you. I'm going to say that again. Either you do your thinking or somebody else will do your thinking for you. You don't have to do it. You don't. Either you have a plan for your life or you're going to be working for somebody else's goals or somebody else's dreams. That's just what it is. So you start a business. Stick with it. Work on it. But do it every day. Do it every day because you're only going to get better. You're investing. Do it every day. Learn. There's something new that you can learn every day. Because there's no computer. There's no computer stronger than your mind. There's none. The computer was actually modeled after your mind. Hardware, you're the hardware. The software is your mind. The programs that you're running. Phones run tons of apps. How many apps do you think you're running? You've got every memory. Shouts out to my guy Fazan because he asked me about the Akashic records. But you've got memories from God knows when. The things that you could tap into, the knowledge that you could tap into, the realms that you could tap into. It's unbelievable. But if you don't do the work, if you don't do that, how are you going to know? That's why sometimes you may get a premonition or you may have intuition. Intuition, a knowing from within, guidance from within. Computers can't do that. They only take the information. That's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know if it's mandatory. I don't know if it's mandatory, but I'm sure, once, and I've seen this happen a few times. When people have registered or become donors, I'm not going to tell you what I've seen happen, but no, I don't think it's mandatory here in the States. I don't know. I don't think so, but I know it's encouraged. If you could save somebody's life, cool. I get it. I understand you. The intentions may be right. You may have the right intentions to want to help a life or want to save a life if somebody needed or something happened. But yeah, I don't believe it's mandatory. I'll have to check on that. I can't give you 100% answer for that. What's up, Lockheed 369? Talk to me. What does it mean? But for anybody who's just listening or checking it out, just know that without each other, you can forget it. You can forget it. How long is it going to go? So be nice. Smile at each other. Love each other. Try to understand each other. Try to communicate with each other because we're going to need each other. We're going to need each other. Nobody knows what the future holds. Nobody knows what the future holds. And I always say this, your neighbors are there for safety. If you live next to somebody, you can't even say hi, or you can't wave to your neighbor and smile to your neighbor or say good morning. What are we talking about, people? We need to get back to the basics. Get back to the basics. And what I mean is say hi. Just hi. Why? Because you don't know what day you're going to need them. They don't know what day they're going to need you. And it's important. It's important. Your neighbors are there for safety. That's why they're there. You move in a neighborhood. I don't care if it's a good neighborhood. I don't care if it's a bad neighborhood. Just know the people you're around. Know the people you're around. I don't care if you've been there for 6 months or you've been there for 6 years or you've been there for 16 years. Put out good energy. Let people see who you are. Because at some point you have to trust somebody. And I hear people say, I don't trust anybody. And I look at them and I say, sad. Because I come from a perspective where I trust you until you do something for me not to trust you. That's my perspective. And it may not work for you. I know people who they're not going to trust anybody. But in doing business, you got to trust people. You buy something offline, you have to trust that you're gonna get it. You make a payment, you go to the store, you buy something. It's trust. It's trust. All right. So watch the series Humans on Amazon Prime. Watch it. I can't say enough about it. I think it's riveting. There's some more on there, but that's what I was into over the past week. It's been helpful. It gives you a different perspective of life and maybe even the direction that we may be going in. I'm not saying this is the direction. I say maybe, but you could tell that it's not far off. It's not far off. Okay? You don't have to worry. You don't have to fret. Just be in tune. Get in tune. Get in tune. And I know it's easy to say get in tune and do the work and all this stuff. I get it. I get it. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I could put it up. I was one day I'm gonna see if I could pull it up on a web my website, and I could put it up here. I would love to let you guys check out a series. Maybe I'm gonna try to do that one day. I definitely will try that. But yeah, don't just sit here and not like reach out to each other. And I'm not talking about on the internet. I'm just talking about real life physical contact. That's what I'm talking about. Real life physical contact. So you could read people. You could understand where they're coming from. You could ask them, "Hey, is that what you mean?" I don't wanna get mixed messages from people. I want you to say what you mean and mean what you say. So if I think you're being off color or you're doing something that I don't really approve of, at least I could get the opportunity to say, "Is that what you're talking about?" Now people don't even want to have a conversation, not even dialogue. Like that's not civilized. We could be cordial. We could be nice to each other. That doesn't take nothing. It doesn't cost anything to give someone a smile. You know, everybody's not trying to hook up with you if they're smiling with you. They're just maybe just trying to be nice. You know what I mean? Maybe just trying to be nice. But humans, 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 that's what I've been watching. And like I said, it is definitely worth the watch. I don't know. Like sometimes overseas, shouts out to my guy Fazan. Overseas, there's a lot of times you may not be getting the same thing that we're getting at this time. But if I could put you on game and hopefully show you something that'll be beneficial to you, I will try to do that. Try to do that. I was also talking about if today, was one day last week, if today was your last day, how would you live your life? Because in my early journey, learning and growing, I used to always hear people talk about, if it was your last day, how would you live your life? What would you do? What would you do? Nobody knows. See, tomorrow isn't promised. All we have is now, the eternal now. You have now. Now. Don't take now for granted. Don't take it for granted. You have now. All you could do is do what you could do today. That's it. That's all you could do is what you could do for today. What can you do for today? Do it. Do it. Do it. Don't get lost in the sauce. Don't get lost in the sauce. Like I tell people, I don't care what your politics are. I don't care what your religion is. I'm going to respect you because I know it's divinity in you. I'm going to respect you because you're human. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. I'm not worrying about the differences because I know we all are part of the whole. I understand that. I get that. No matter what it took for me to get to that point. No matter what it took for me to get to that point. The reason most people get stuck with whether it's prejudice or hate is because ignorance. It's just ignorance. Once you've been exposed to reality or truth or a different way than what you live, then you see the world differently. But if you're only looking at the world through your eyes and not through the eyes of someone else, then you get stuck. You get stuck because you think this is how grandmom and granddaddy used to do it. You think this is how mom and dad used to do it, and you think that was the right way. But you have to find your way. You have to find your way. We all have to find our way on this road called life. On this road called life. And I know some of the guys were talking about some things, and it just had me thinking, but what you can control, you can control. What you can't control, you can't control. You can't control. So there's some things I just take with a grain of salt. There's some things I would just take with a grain of salt. And then there's some things that I would really pay attention to. But work on yourself harder than you work on anything else. Work on yourself harder than you work on anything else. If you do that, hey, leave no stone unturned. Leave no stone unturned. You don't have to hope. You don't have to wish. You don't have to wish and you don't have to hope. All you have to do is put in the work. Put in the work. Because when you put in the work, nobody can take it from you. There's a lot of people who die with their dreams inside of them, with their goals inside of them. Go to the cemetery. There's a lot of people who left their dreams and goals on the table. Don't leave your goals and dreams on the table. Don't leave your ideas on the table. When it's over here, make sure you've done everything you can. Everything you can to do everything that you wanted to do while you were here. Everything. Okay. Yes, ma'am. I agree. I'm going to put that up. I'm going to read that. The food in the hood is different than the facts. A lot of facts. Okay. I'm sure that this has a lot to do with someone's ability to interact. Yeah. But the bottom line is we all still have choices. We still have choices. You remember, corporations are in the business of making money. They're in the business of making money. They're in the business of earning cash. So they're in bed. What the? I gotta rock and roll. I'm sorry. I gotta get this, guys. I will talk to you guys later. Before I leave, I salute you guys. I rock heavy with y'all. I'll be back. All right. Dang it. I gotta go. Sorry for that.